Hi, welcome to our August Honan edition. Today I'm joined by Kieran Drum, the head of our Strata business. And today we're talking more of a deep dive into some of the risks not only associated with our corporate clients, but also looking at some of those issues from a Strata manager perspective. Obviously, in the last Honan report, we talked about the challenges faced with corporate clients around risk appetite, the market changing, pricing becoming more expensive, and certain risks being heavily scrutinised over others. You have a lot of interaction with your Strata manager clients. What are some of the challenges that they're faced at the moment?
Yeah, look, I think there's a number of challenges in the Strata industry at the moment, but the biggest one is that it's facing the same thing that the global and Australian insurance market is actually facing, which is increasing premiums. Yep. And that's being driven by overseas insurers not getting the returns in their investment that they want to. Mm-hmm. And whether it's for Strata industry or any property industry across the globe, they are not making the profits that their shareholders want. So at the moment, what we're seeing is Strata insurers specifically are not making the return on investment. Some insurers are making losses on Strata. So you're seeing the price increase over the last 3 years creeping up by 10, 15% per year. Some have been harder in terms of an upfront increase of 20 to 30%, whereas other markets have been increasing their premiums since 2016 by, say, 10% or 15% and are doing it a little bit more gradually. The attritional losses of water damage claims and the rate of our catastrophic events in Australia, such as cyclones or flooding in Townsville recently, has caused the insurers to reassess their profitability and increase the rates over the last 2 to 3 years.
So I guess a lot of our clients are also faced with a number of what we consider operational challenges. We have a lot of diversified clients here, so we have clients in food and bev, construction, what have you. Yes. Far North Queensland or risks associated with north of the 26th parallel in Far North Queensland, Northern Territory and Far North WA are issues for our clients. Are you seeing the same sort of challenges with yours?
The biggest impact outside of cladding in the industry is Far North Queensland and Far North Australian risks, where insurers are retracting their appetite or not wanting to cover any risks at all, or are doubling or tripling certain premiums in certain locations. So that was impacted by cyclones, flooding. Townsville was a perfect example in the last 6 months, as well as storm events traditionally that we've seen in the last decade in Brisbane and Northern Territory and WA.
And there's obviously been recent changes in regulations too that have also added to some of those challenges faced by your clients as well.
Sure. So from a regulatory perspective, the biggest change is the cladding area and the defects area, and how each state is managing the construction and property development firms, and how they're, I suppose, holding the construction and property developers to account. It is something that the Strata managers are struggling to grapple with because they're at the mercy of the legislative laws of each state.
So all the issues that we've flagged today with regards to our corporate clients, the need to invest in risk engineering, the need to invest in time with the market. The messaging we have for a lot of clients here at Honan is selling and differentiating their risks. How do you see that from a Strata manager point of view in attracting competition from the market?
Sure, Trav. We're actually utilising the corporate approach to Strata in our industry, and that corporate approach has been long-standing utilisation of risk engineering and risk survey and risk improvement. So we're adopting the corporate approach of engaging risk engineers at Honan, and the Honan risk engineers are becoming heavily involved in large buildings or complex buildings to improve the risk, whether it's removal of sections of cladding, whether it's the housekeeping or understanding the flammable side of the occupancy. We're actually engaging those specialists early at Honan, and we're making sure that the Strata manager and owner understands the value of that service in improving the pricing and reducing their premium increases.
We hope you enjoyed the August edition of Honan. Should you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to any of your contacts here at Honan.